guys, I'm here at AJ's hibernation spot. Arizona Jones, the box turtle, is right here under the leaves somewhere right in this area. I'm not exactly sure where she is because about 3 or 4 weeks ago I realized that her transmitter had stopped transmitting, and so in order to keep from losing her, I'm going to have to dig her up with some of the substrate around her, the leaves, and put her in this box, take her back over to the lodge, and put her in our temporary holding pen until we can get a new transmitter and find out why this one failed. So here we go. Okay, so it looks like probably, here's a little hole. She's probably right in this area. That little hole there, it's about turtle size, but it keeps going, so a rodent probably went through there at some point. Okay, so we're down past the first couple of inches, which were the leaves from last year. Just the leaves that fell last fall, so they're that fresh. And now we're down to this rotten leaves from the past few years, and it's full of little roots that are, you know, making good use of the nutrients in these leaves as well as the moisture. This is very damp, very rich. And then, oh, there she is. Found her. She's only, okay, we've got 1.5 inches to 2 inches of dry leaves, and then another maybe 2.5 inches of leaf mold, rotten leaves with roots and some soil mixed in, and then another about 1.5 inches of actual forest soil, which is just really rich topsoil. Look how dark that topsoil is. Really dark, rich, full of nutrients. And there she is. You can see her shell. You can see that she's only, 4 inches under the very top layer of the top layer of leaves. So she is not very deep. It's amazing that she survived, and it's amazing that they can survive this kind of weather. I mean, we've had severe weather this winter. Unbelievably. This is the coldest, most frigid, and most snow in a winter we've had in 20 years. Alright, now I'm going to have to dig her up and put her in the box. As soon as I get her in this box, I'm going to quickly take her back over to the outdoor holding pen over at the lodge and rebury her and cover her with her substrate. I'm taking some of the substrate here that she's been resting in all winter because that's what smells right to her. I don't want her to be disturbed by a new smell, so I'll line her little area where I bury her with this same substrate, hoping that that it doesn't cause too much stress on her. I really don't want to lose her. Okay, she's facing uphill. At first I thought she was facing downhill, but she's facing up towards that rock, and kind of at a little bit of an angle. Here she is. You can see how I've dug out. You can see here, this is the soil and humus, and then here's the leaves. It's about like this. So that's how deep she was. Not deep at all. It's amazing. Now you might be thinking, oh, it's so cold today, it's gonna, cold shock her, but it's probably about 65. We've had a little warm snap here, so it's really warm, and the wind's starting to blow, however, so I really do need to get her into the ground over at the lodge, so let's get that done. And there she is. She's going right in here. She's nice and heavy. It's a very good sign. Close the box really quick because I want to still get some more humus. Okay. One last look where she was hibernating. Here's where she was, in this little pocket in the soil. Now she was down in the actual soil at a little angle there, and the soil is hard packed, pretty hard packed, but it's really, really moist, very moist. So I'm going to take some of the soil also. Right. And you know, where I'm taking her is only 250, maybe 300 yards from here. So I don't really think there's any danger of transmitting any kind of viruses or anything in the soil or any bacteria that just doesn't belong on the mountain because, well, it's all from this mountain. So, all right, we've got her. Need to cover this back over. She may use this again one day. You never know. Something I'm trying to find out. Do they use certain areas time and time again? But we need to find out that later. So right now we need to get her over in the ground. Let's go. All right, right here's where we're going to put her, under this log, and because I think it's going to offer some really good protection from the elements if we get another big snow. Under the log we found some slug eggs. Look at this. Next year's turtle food. When those little guys hatch out, they'll make some really good turtle food. So I'm going to move them over, over under this other log here. Let's dig them up here. Over there. There we go. All right. So hopefully there's nobody else hibernating under here. I'm going to excavate this dirt and we'll put her right in here. Now we'll just transfer this thing. I'm going to try to put her at the same angle that she was over on the other side of the mountain. Get her in here. I'm even going to orient her head the same direction. Again, there's one last look at her. We'll put her in the broken transmitter. Her head was facing pretty much north. She's at a bit of an angle, about like that. Cover her with mulch. So it's basically going to be about the same thing as leaves. Not exactly. And good. Let's take this red dirt elsewhere. Some mulch in the end of the log. And that's it. Hopefully she'll be okay here until, you know, mid-April, late April, even early May when they usually come out of hibernation. Maybe I'll have a transmitter by then and I can replace the one that's on her. Anyway, here's AJ under this log. We'll see you next time, and I'll keep you filled in on what's going on with AJ and the other turtles in the project.